So let's get started by coming to find a comfortable seat. Again, my name's Amanda, welcome. And just a reminder that if there are any poses during practice today that don't feel good for you in your body, that you're always welcome to take child's pose or any other pose that feels better for you. Just trust your instincts and your own guidance there. This is my dog Bugs. Hopefully she'll be quiet during class today. She's feeling a little playful right now. So
she's so cute. What's her name?
Bugs, like Bugs Bunny.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, so let's just get started by finding a comfortable seat. You might close the eyes or looking down at the ground just in front of you. Palms might be face up. In the lap, index finger and thumb touching, or you might like to have one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Take a deep breath in, lifting tall through the spine and crown of the head. Exhaling, rooting down through the sit bones, feeling the legs as they are supported by the earth. Take a few more breaths to tune in with your body, coming down from the head space and into your sensations. Maybe asking yourself, how am I feeling today? What does my body need for my practice? Maybe setting an intention. Gather hands at heart center in Namaskar Mudra, opening our practice with 3 Oms. Inhaling to prepare. Namaste. Welcome. Let's get started by inhale, raising the arms up overhead. Exhale, gentle C curve to the right as the right hand comes down, reaching tall through the left arm, opening through the left side of the body and rib cage. Shoulder blades are relaxed down the back, neck and jaw muscles are relaxed. Inhale, reaching both arms up overhead. And exhaling to the second side. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, twisting to the right as the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, looking behind you over your right shoulder. Sitting up tall through the spine on the inhale. Finding a deeper twist as you exhale. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, twist to the left second side. The right hand comes to the outside of the left knee as you look behind you over your shoulder. Inhale, reaching up in center. Exhale, hands come beside you. Finding child's pose, big toes together, knees out wide. You might like to have a blanket or a cushion under the knees for some extra support. Arms might reach forward, or you might overlap the backs of the hands, creating a pillow for the forehead. Finding a deep breath into the lower back. And exhale, releasing any tension. Another deep inhale. Sigh out through the mouth. One last deep inhale. Sigh out through the mouth. Inhale, coming forward into tabletop, Marjariasan, cat-cow. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are hip distance apart, feet are parallel. Inhale, lifting the chin, belly down, tailbone lifts, cow. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Continuing with your own breath between cat and cow. Gently warming up the spine. And inviting any intuitive movement, you might like to circle out the rib cage and do a barrel roll. Or maybe you circle the hips back and then draw them forward. Go ahead and reverse your rotation. And exhale, child's pose. Big toes together, knees out wide, arms might reach forward. Bringing as you're in child's pose, bring the palms together, bending the elbows, reaching the soles of the palms behind the head. And exhale, release the hands back down. Inhale, finding tabletop. And from tabletop to tiger. Rooting down through both hands. Inhale, step the right foot back, pressing back through the heel as you stretch out the calf. If you're feeling really strong and stable here, you might inhale, float the left arm forward. So right foot back, left arm forward. Looking down at your mat, creating a long line between the neck and spine. And if you're feeling really strong and stable, you might hug the navel towards the spine, lifting the right foot up. And exhale, lowering the left hand and knee down, finding child's pose or downward facing dog, your choice. If you're in down dog, you might pedal out the feet, bending alternate knees, pressing down through the index finger and thumb. You might nod the head yes, nod the head no. Exhale, finding tabletop. Inhale, step the left foot back, pressing back through the heel. Hugging the navel to the spine. And maybe floating that right arm forward. If you're feeling strong and stable here, you might float the left foot up off the mat. Exhale, right hand and knee come down, pressing back into child's pose or down dog, your choice. Taking a deep breath in and sigh out through the mouth. Ha. Another deep breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. Ha. Finding tabletop. Inhale, step the right foot forward, finding a low lunge. The left knee might be down on the mat, or you might tuck the toes under, lifting the left knee up, hugging the navel towards the spine. Hands can stay framing the front foot for more support as you activate the right hip back and left hip forward. Or maybe you inhale, raising the right arm up, finding a low twist. And you might circle the top arm, massaging the shoulder joint. Reverse your rotation. And exhale, windmill both hands down to frame the front foot, stepping back into plank. The knees can be lifted or down for more support as the hips come in line. Hugging the navel towards the spine. And exhale, release the chest and chin down. Chaturanga, elbows hug towards the sides. Coming to lay on the belly. Finding cobra as you inhale, lifting the chest and chin. Hands might stay beside the shoulders, or you might tent the fingertips out to the sides, creating cactus arms. Exhale, releasing the head back down to the mat. And inhale to lift. Continue with your own breath as you exhale, lowering the head down. And inhale, lifting. Keep going. I'm going to try and move her to a different room. And exhale, releasing down to the mat, creating a pillow with the backs of your hands. Gently rock your hips from side to side. Sorry about that. And bringing the hands back beside the shoulders. Exhale, press back into child's pose. Big toes together, knees out wide. Taking a deep breath into the lower back. Sighing out through the mouth. And you might transition into downward dog, or you can stay down into child's pose. Whatever your body needs right now. We'll meet in tabletop, and from tabletop, step the left foot forward, no lunge. Finding your foundation as you root down through the left foot. Left hip activates back as the right hip activates forward, hugging the navel towards the spine. And if you did the twist on the first side, inhale, open the left arm up towards the sky as you twist towards the bent knee. You might circle out the top shoulder. And reverse your rotation. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot as you step back into plank. Knees might stay lifted, or you might lower them down onto the mat. Exhale, lowering chest, chin, chaturanga as the elbows hug towards the rib cage, lowering down onto the belly. Sphinx pose. Inhale, lift the chest and chin up off the mat as the elbows come underneath the shoulders. Hands are shoulder distance apart or slightly wider, pressing through the tops of the feet, engaging through the thighs and glutes as you shine your heart forward. Really reaching your chest forward, finding a gentle back bend. Exhale, opposite cheek comes down to the mat as you bend the knees, reach the soles of the feet up to the ceiling, windshield wiper your feet from side to side. And exhale, press back into child's pose or down dog, your choice. We'll meet in tabletop. Inhale, step the right foot forward, low lunge. Scissoring the hips towards one another. You might keep the hands down, framing the front foot, or you might inhale, bring the hands to the top of the knee as you reach the body up tall. If you're feeling really supported here, you might inhale, reach the arms forward, and exhale, open the arms out to the sides behind you. Shine the chest and heart forward as you hug the navel towards the spine. Opening through the front of the shoulders, the neck and face muscles are relaxed, maybe a gentle smile. Exhale, releasing the hands down to the sides, interlacing the fingers behind you as the hands reach down the back leg. Again, opening the heart and front of the chest as you find a gentle back bend. Exhale, releasing the hands, coming to frame the front foot, stepping back into plank. Holding for 2 breaths. And then extending the right leg, the left knee lowers. Kickstand the left foot behind you as you inhale, reach the right arm up, finding side plank. You're lifting through the right side ribs, engaging through the obliques. You might float the right foot up off the mat if you're feeling really supported. And maybe you bend the right knee, taking the foot in the hand behind the back as you press the foot into the hand, opening through the shoulder and quad. Exhale, releasing the foot and hand down, finding tabletop. And from table to child's pose or down dog, your choice. We meet in tabletop. Inhale, step the left foot forward, low lunge. Activating the hips towards one another. Hands might stay down for more support, or maybe you inhale, bring the hands to the top of the knee. And then if you'd like to take the next step, inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, open the arms out wide behind you. Exhale, hands come behind you, interlacing the non-habitual way as you reach the arms down the back leg, finding a gentle back bend. Right hip activates forward as the left hip comes back. Exhale, releasing your hands to the front of the mat, stepping back into plank. Hold for 2 breaths. Right knee comes down to the mat, kickstand it out to the side. The left leg lengthens. Inhale, reach the left arm up, side plank, second side. And maybe you float the left foot up off the mat. Maybe you bend the knee, taking the foot to the hand, opening through the left side of the body. Exhale, releasing the foot and hand, coming into tabletop. And from table, your choice, child's pose or down dog. Inhale, finding tabletop. And exhale, step the right foot forward, low lunge. This time we'll find half Hanuman or the half splits. So walking the hands backwards, lengthen your right leg as you flex the foot. Hips are square to the front of the mat. If you have blocks, this is a great place to have your blocks on either side of the leg, or you might place the hands on the hips. Having a flat back as your chest reaches forward, your tailbone is slightly lifted, and you should feel this in the back of the hamstring and the calf. You can always have your hands down for more support. Right hip is reaching back as the left hip shines forward. Inhale, bending the right knee, coming forward, finding lizard lunge. As you heel toe your right foot out to the side, both hands come to the inside of the foot. You might stay up on the hands. The left knee again can be down, or for more strengthening, you can lift the left knee. You might release your body down by coming onto the forearms. For some people, this is really intense hip opener. You might also like to walk the arms forward, or some people will even bring the right hand around to the outside of the right foot. Inhale to lift as the hands come underneath the shoulders. Bring the right hand to the inside of the thigh as your right foot rolls onto the side. Press your hand to the inside of the thigh to drop the knee out to the side. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. So you're going to press your hand so your knee falls out to the side, and you'll feel this on the inside of the groin. And inhale, coming back to center, stepping back into tabletop. And from tabletop to plank. Exhaling, finding child's pose or downward facing dog. Inhale, finding tabletop. And exhale, low lunge, stepping the left foot forward. Half Hanuman, second side, as the hips reach back, lengthening through the left leg, flexing the left foot, left hip reaches back as the right hip reaches forward. Exhale, walking the hands forward, bending the knee, heel toe the foot out to the side, lizard lunge. Finding whichever variation on the first side that feels good for you. And you might also experiment with a different variation, as usually one side of the body is very different from the other. Bugs. Inhale, walking the hands back under the shoulders, pressing the left hand to the inside of the thigh as the knee opens out to the sides, rocking on to the side of the foot. Inhale, bringing the hand back down to the mat as you step back into tabletop. Exhale, plank pose. Exhale, child's pose or down dog. Inhale, table. Exhale, puppy pose. Hips stay over the knees as you walk the hands forward, coming down onto the chest. If you have blocks, sometimes it's nice to place the blocks underneath the hands to open through the front of the shoulders. Finding a back bend as you allow your head or chin to come down to the mat. Inhale, finding tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. You might like to keep the knees together to lengthen out the lower back. If this is too intense, you can always bring the knees out wide. And when you're ready, slowly walk the feet towards the hands at the front of the mat, finding a forward fold. You might take the shins, ankles, or feet, or alternate 8 elbows and ragdoll. Allow the head to hang completely weightless. You might nod the head yes, nod the head no. Inhale to halfway lift as the hands come to the tops of the knees. Interlacing the hands behind you. Exhale, forward fold as the shoulders rinse out overhead. Exhale, hands release down to the tops of the knees. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hold. And inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Gentle back bend as the legs lengthen. Exhale, hands to heart center, Tadasana. You might close the eyes. Feel the soles of your feet as they connect with your mat. Lifting through the inner arches as you engage the thighs and glutes. Lifting tall through the spine and crown of the head. And come back to your intention that you had set for your practice. Gently blink the eyes open. Angel pose, finding a focal point, bringing the hands down to the hips. Weight comes into the left foot as you step the right foot back on the ball of the right foot. For more support, you can keep the hands down on the hips, or you might inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, hands open out wide to the sides. If you're feeling really stable here, right heel might lift behind you as you activate through the glutes and hamstring. Exhale, hands and foot float back down to the mat. Give your hips a little shake from side to side. Angel pose, second side, finding your drishti or focal point. Weight comes into the right foot, stepping the left foot back. Taking whichever hand variation you had on the first side. And then if you're really supported here, maybe the left heel floats up as you shine your heart and chest forward. Exhale, hands and foot float back down as you give your hips a gentle rock from side to side. Tree pose. Weight comes into the left foot as the right knee bends out to the side. Coming onto the ball of the right foot. Hands can stay on the hips, or you might float the arms up. And then maybe the foot lifts to the inside of the calf or the inside of the thigh. If you find yourself losing balance, you can always come back down to the ball of the foot. Or you can always do this against a wall. Exhale, hands and foot float down. Tree pose, second side. Weight comes into the right foot as the left knee opens out to the side. Hands might be on the hips. Or you might inhale, lift the arms out or up. Keeping your focal point in drishti, you might float the foot up to the inside of the calf or thigh. And exhale, hands and foot float back down, giving your hips a rock from side to side. Inhale, step the right foot back, finding a high lunge as the left knee bends. Hands can stay on the hips. Left knee is over the ankle. If you're like more challenge, you might inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lowering the left hand down to the hip as you do a C curve over to the left, opening through the right side of the body. Right hip reaches forward as the left hip reaches back. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, step the right foot forward, feet together at the top of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out through the mouth. Inhale, step the left foot back, high lunge. You might keep the hands where they are, or maybe you inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, right hand to the hip as you C curve over to the right. Inhale, arms reach back up to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. And inhale, step the left foot forward, coming to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold, hinging from the hips as you release over your legs. Your hands might take shins, ankles, or feet. Or maybe you take opposite hands to the calves as you bring the elbows out to the sides. Releasing the hands down to the front of your mat, finding plank. And exhale, lowering the knees down, child's pose. Hips come back, arms reach forward. Inhale, coming to find a seat, butterfly pose. Soles of the feet come together, knees out wide. You might like to sit on a cushion or a bolster for a tender low back. Inhale, reaching tall through the spine and crown of the head. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips for a tender low back, keeping the back flat. Otherwise, you can round the back, drawing the forehead towards the knees. You might press the elbows into the inside of the knees to open them out to the sides. Or maybe you walk your hands forward, releasing your torso towards the earth. Inhale, walking the hands back towards the body, taking the shins, ankles, or feet. Exhale, cat, chin to chest, rounding the back. Inhale, cow, chin lifts, chest comes forward, gentle back bend. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Continuing with your own breath. Inhaling, finding a neutral spine, lengthening the left leg out to the side as the sole of the right foot comes to the inside of the left thigh. Hands and shoulders are framing the bent knee. Inhale, lift your right arm up. And exhale, walking the left hand to the inside of the left leg. Find a gentle C curve to the left, opening through the side of the body, feeling a stretch on the lower back and the side lower back. Inhale, right hand comes down behind you, rooting down through the hand, pressing through the left heel. Inhale, reach the left arm up as the hips lift, finding a side opening on the left side. Exhale, hips lower down. And then inhale, right arm lifts, finding the side bend one more time. Exhale, right hand comes behind you. Inhale, lifting the hips and left arm up. And exhale to lower. Extending the right leg as the sole of the left foot comes in for a second side. Shoulders face the bent knee as you inhale, lift the left arm up, finding the C curve on the second side. Inhale, coming up to sit up tall as the left hand plants behind you. And exhale, lifting the right arm up, hips lift. Exhale, lowering the hips down. Inhale, right arm reaches up, side opening. Exhale, left arm comes behind you. Inhale, lifting the hips and right arm up. And exhale, hips and hand come back down. Finding your way to come to lie on the back, bringing the knees into the belly, gently rocking from side to side. The head might look in the opposite direction of the knees. Placing the feet down on the mat next to the sit bones. Feet and knees are hip distance apart, half bridge. Palms are face down next to the hips. And we'll just undulate the spine for a few breaths. So exhale, hug the navel towards the spine, feeling the back flatten on the mat. Inhale to release. Exhale, hugging navel to spine. Inhale, release, feeling the natural curvature lift. Exhale, hugging navel to spine. Inhale, release. This time, exhale, hug navel to spine, pressing down through the palms. Inhale, lift the hips up off the mat, rolling up one vertebra at a time, finding half bridge. You might keep the palms down on the mat, or you might interlace the fingers behind you as you rock from one shoulder to the other, bringing the spine up off the mat. Keep your knees activating towards one another so they are hip distance apart. And exhale, release the hands out to the sides, gently rolling back down. Step the feet out wider than mat distance apart and windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Creating a T shape with the arms, bringing the feet into a 90-degree angle. Bring the right ankle to the outside of the left knee as if you were in a figure four. And then allow the knees to drop over to the left side, finding a gentle supine twist. If you have a different version of a twist, you are welcome to take that. The left hand might take the outside of the right knee as you look over the right shoulder. Inhaling, coming back to center. Left ankle comes to the outside of the right knee. And exhale, knees fall over to the right. Right hand might come to the outside of the left knee, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Bring the legs up, finding a gentle inversion. You might like to have a block or bolster under the hips to support you while you're here. Or you can always come over to a wall and do legs up the wall. Bending the knees, finding happy baby pose as the hands come to the inside of the feet. Or if there's any other symmetrical pose that you prefer, maybe reclined butterfly pose with the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide. If you're in happy baby, you might bend one knee, extend one leg, bend the opposite knee, extend the other leg, and then extend both legs, coming into a wide-legged split on the back. Then coming back into happy baby pose. If there are any final poses that you would like to do before heading into Shavasana, you are welcome to take those. Otherwise, you can lengthen the legs down onto the mat, hands come beside you. You might like to have a bolster underneath the knees to support you as you lie down, or you can always come back into legs up the wall. Closing the eyes and drawing your awareness into the breath. Bringing the awareness back into the body. Very slowly come to lie on one side of the body in a fetal position. And with helping hands, making your way back up to a comfortable seat. Eyes might be closed or looking down at the ground just in front of you. You might have palms face up, index finger and thumb coming to touch, or hands in Namaskar Mudra. Taking a deep breath in, sigh out through the mouth. One more deep breath in, sigh out through the mouth. Coming back to your intention you said at the beginning of your practice. Honoring your intention and all the hard work you have just done. Offering gratitude to your body as it has supported you throughout your yoga practice, throughout your lifetime. We'll close our practice with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. And Shanti means peace. Inhaling to prepare. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a great practice. And as always, let me know if you have any questions.
Thanks, Amanda. That was
Thank
great.
you.